Okay guys, the grand reveal is here. So there's like so much stuff on my desk and it's just stressing me out. That's all I wanted. Now I have to figure out lighting and clean everything up, and then I'm gonna cut a pattern, and I'm getting everything prepped and ready. I don't normally take an entire work night to do that, but I feel like it needed to be done. Yeah, I really need to get back to work. That's my sister. She's come from outer space. You look like the, what movie is that?
Oompa Loompa?
No, there's a movie where
Doopity doop. I have another riddle for you.
So yeah, she's visiting and checking out all my sewing stuff, so just thought I'd pop in just to say hello. I'm gonna try to see if she can like draw some, so I don't know. Anyway, that's my sister. We're gonna make my size and we're gonna go for it, and if the dress fits, awesome. If not, whatever. I tested it and I decided I'm gonna go with this bed sheet because it's nice and thick, but also like I think that this is more of my colors because I have brown hair. I feel like warm colors are the best bet for me. Bed sheet dress, here we come. We have a good amount to work with. I got this at Goodwill for, might have been 50% off. I don't remember if it was, but even not 50% off, it's only $7. Y'all ever just like have a moment where you're like really into everything you're doing, you're on a roll, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make reels, and then you're randomly like, I need to get a Pepsi. I need to get a Pepsi. Pepsi has been gotten. All right, let's move on. We're kind of winging it. I'm honestly just hoping this pattern is good enough. Anyway, I want to try it.
What are you asking?
I'll update you when I get more done. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but I spilt chocolate ice cream earlier, so we're gonna cover it with my hair and not talk about it. Right now, I just sewed the boning channels to the bodice. Instead of sewing the boning in it, I decided to just make channels with the seams. All of the channels are in there. This should fit, hopefully. Yeah, just like that. First, I'm going to attach the lining, which is this piece. Oh yeah, I also need to do the straps. We will leave a little hole for the straps. Oh, let's move that. Got a lot going on here. It's like a friggin' film production. Is it fashion design or is it just a movie? Okay, stab it in, light her up. So right now I'm working on the skirt. I'm gonna do a high-low skirt. So once I cut out the waist, I'll do it from this corner, which is the folded corner. It all leads to that, and that's where my waist will go. Once I do the waist, I will then come out here and act like I'm making a circle skirt. Eventually it's just gonna cut and fall right off. That'll determine that sort of roundness. And then once I do that, I'll open this all the way up and I will just go around and trim the front off, which is gonna be shorter. That doesn't make sense. Oh well, sorry, I tried. Need to get my waist circumference. Also, I tried the bodice on. I had to try it without my shirt though, so I didn't get video of it. I cut the skirt. We're gonna test it out. I feel like I'm wearing a bed sheet. It's really long. Back it up a bit. Okay. I'm gonna cut the waist too big. What do we think? I don't know if I want the skirt to be shorter when you walk away. Walk away. Oh gosh, it looks so horrible. Hi. Okay, we are on a new day. We've got the skirt cut and we've got the bodice lined and we're gonna cut some straps. The way I'm gonna do it is I have a ton of leftover material here from when I cut the skirt. The nice thing though is that I can cut the strips here because it would be diagonal. Oh, also my battery's dying, so we're gonna charge that. I might miss out on some stuff, but whatever. Okay, hi. While the camera was charging, I wanted to tell you what I accomplished. We've got the bodice complete except for I didn't measure the strap straps because I wanted to put it on myself, but it's really hard to do that if the backing isn't done since it's, you know, a tie-up vibe. Oh yeah, so I did these loops. I messed up at first, so I had to like redo it. I did the math wrong on the loops. I had no patience to redo the markings, so I just did them further spaced apart. I knew what I did as a mistake. This fabric is super thick. It's not the type of fabric I would use for this project. And then we've got the skirt here. It's like paper. Like this fabric is like paper. It's so thick. I mean, this should be for a corset, not for whatever this is. We're so close. Let's go sew this together and see what it looks like, and then we'll try it on. Oh, also, I could not find ribbon that would actually look good with this dress. If you look closely at the pattern here, you will see it has this kind of goldish yellowy color. I feel like that color would be great, but also this burnt orange would be great too. So those are kind of the options. For some reason, I just can't find good enough ribbon, and I even went to the garage and everything. My stash of ribbon in here, they're all whites and reds and pinks. So I just had like the weirdest moment right after my son was born. Our cat went missing. This cat was like also my baby. Kept hoping he'd come home. We would go look for him, and I'd put food in his bowl, and every day I would check to see if he just popped up out of nowhere and came home. He never did. I had to accept a loss, and I didn't want to accept a loss right now, because like right now I'm measuring the dresses inside out. That's the waistline, and I'm just doing my thing, you know, not thinking much of it, and I randomly felt like I heard which he used to do at the door when he wanted to get to you, and I like looked to the door, but like he's been gone for over a year now, and it was the weirdest moment. Like I was like kind of not prepared for that. I don't want to be sad about that, but anyway, not weird. Back to the dress. The zipper I have is, I don't know, it's the only zipper I have. I think it'll work fine. And we're just gonna mark these where the loops end, which is probably I'm eating that. I'm like drooling on it. Okay, probably like right there, like that. That should be good enough. Apparently I made it too big, so I'm gonna have a lot extra, so we're just gonna cut that. Round out the bottom part. It should be fine. Zipper. I still have to sew a couple spots, but I needed to seam rips. It's closed in, as you can see. It's just closed in like that. I kind of did a horrible job, I just realized. I don't know. I would have done it a different way anyway, but like I said, when I do like a tester dress, when I'm just testing ideas, like, you know, that's my way of saying like, hey, if I were to do this, would it work out? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Okay, the final flip is here. If you don't know what that is, it's when I had it inside out for a long time and I'm finally flipping it. We've made it so far. Still have to hem it, and I have to attach the straps. We've got an almost dress here. Woo! It's almost done. So now we're gonna test it. I gotta get into it. Okay, so I decided that before I try it on, I actually just want to hem it and like kind of have it look a little bit more final. And then also once I do try it on, I'll be able to measure the strap. I'm gonna iron, so I found it definitely a lot better and easier if I first iron it. So I will iron about a centimeter to like maybe a ½ inch. Then we'll just do a rolled hem. It should be fine. I don't know how to feel. I've been doing the rolled hem for a good while. Almost done, actually. Made a weird noise for a second. I was like, it's sewing, right? I see this line and I'm like, yeah, it's sewing, we're great. Then I flip it over. Then I flip it over and we have this. Do you see that? And it is literally for days on end. I mean, look at that. I don't know when it started, but it looks like it was the problem the entire time. I mean, some of these areas, Nope. Like, why? worth it. I don't even know what caused it, and I'm literally extremely annoyed right now. Why, of all times, does my sewing machine decide now is the time to do something stupid and annoy me? Like, why? Don't know what's causing it. I'm gonna rethread it. I'm even gonna restart it because sometimes that's an issue. I thought I was just gonna fix an issue that just started, but nope. Now I have to undo everything that I just did, which is like so much thread that is wasted right now. Just like hope that it just comes undone. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm gonna deal with that. I'll let you know what happens later. Look how much thread I pulled out. I mean, and there's more, but mainly that's the big chunk of it. Oh, it's a waste of thread. So we're gonna see if the problem's fixed. Okay, here's the verdict. It looks like it's working. I don't even know though. I don't trust. I gotta see more. I still don't trust. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna keep going. Okay guys, the grand reveal is here. Try it on. Here it is. Here's the back. I had to pull as much as I can just to get this top part. A couple of comments. First of all, I guessed on the straps it could be a little tighter, pulling up a little bit more. This part is kind of my questionable part just because I have like underarm fat on one side. I'm thinking that it's just because the bust isn't rounded out enough, so I probably would make a more defined bust to give them space. Otherwise, I just kind of get smashed in. Other comment would be that this whole section here feels like it needs a cup, like a padding, just to keep it like in shape. That way it doesn't like just kind of flop out like that. It needs to be pulled up, in my opinion. It could be where the straps pull at. They're kind of loose when I pull out where I think it should be. Otherwise, I'm totally digging it. It's kind of nice to be able to wear something. Anyway, my husband like really wants to see me in this dress. I gotta go. Those are my thoughts. Bye.